So my initial thoughts, kind of when I first came across it, were that it was kind of woo-woo. Before I met Tom Michler, I came across this lady and she was trying to compare me to the Hulk. And I was like, I feel like this just isn't it for anger problems. Came across metaphysical, and that's when I was like, okay, really deal with this. Energy shifts. You can feel when your energy is off. You can feel like you go about your day and some things might trigger you more than they did the day before. And when you feel that, he's giving me exercises to do, breathing techniques, things kind of like emotional freedom technique, places on your body to tap, kind of bring you back to center. And yeah, I mean, you can see a total difference. Yeah. So I work in a kitchen, so it gets pretty intense. Energy's flying, and it's not always the best energy that you want flying. So there's a specific time where in a rush and things were going wrong in the line. So you kind of have to take a second, take a step back, and kind of realize that there's much bigger things in the world, and your energy is all you got. So just conserve it, protect it, and do what you need to do. And thankfully, the techniques that I was taught by Michler helped me stay focused and get things done. So he's taught me to kind of conserve energy as much as possible. When I went to St. Lucia, I kind of was going through a terrible time in my life. My soccer career was ending. I was going through injury after injury. I started to party a lot of alcohol, a lot of weed, started to have a lot of fun. And in the time, I was like, all right, this is just how I'm going to deal with everything that's going on. And then I dropped out of SLU because of my injuries and just was not in the right mental state. And then I started coming to Tom, and that's kind of when, about a month after that, I did a lot of reading and a lot of techniques that he was telling me. And I felt like an energy shift, and like I felt like probably 3 months later, kind of what you're just saying, like you feel like a whole new person and your life's totally changed. And like you start noticing little things, like the coincidences that you think of one thing and then it shows up in the physical world and you're like, man, this can't just be a coincidence. Give it 1 week, because it works fast. It works very fast. 1 week of consistency and you will see the changes in your life, honestly. You could even do 24 hours of consistency and you'll see the changes. I remember there was one time that I came in and talked to him. I was kind of in a bad headspace. It was after when I was like, I feel like a totally changed person. And I kind of went back in the dumps a little bit mentally. And I came in to talk to him. He talked about intent. And I kind of brushed it. But then after really thinking about it, it makes sense. I mean, everything we do in our life involves intention. I mean, we have intention to pick up that water bottle, intention to do the big things in life. When I really kind of thought about that, and if you put your energy with your intent, I mean, you can really get a hold of great things and do great things. I would start by reading. Make yourself sit down and read. Google for one. Google a self-help book and make yourself read, and you'll feel the energy shift while you read. That's kind of how I started changing, kind of just going through a change, is I was going through a lot, how I just mentioned, and I picked up a self-help book and I started reading things that we should be taught when we're young. Like these should be classes when we're 6 years old, how to breathe, like how to actually breathe to calm ourselves, how to treat others and how to save your energy, how to not overthink. These should be classes, but instead we're available only in certain ways and for only certain people. It's a privilege to be able to know all this stuff. So if I describe it very briefly, I would say he changed my life. There's similar interests with soccer and with metaphysical. He's a very intellectual person, so he helped me kind of get out of a funk and start having true ambitions and not ambitions based off an ego. That's what I thought I wanted was, I want to be a professional soccer player because then everybody would know my name. In reality, it would be much better to have something that touched a bunch of people's lives in a positive way that wasn't benefiting me over, it wasn't just trying to get my name out there to say, hey, everybody look at me. Tom is very good at digging things up. I mean, he's very good at going beneath the surface. A lot of the times we get caught up in our own head as young people or of any age. We get caught up in our own head and we don't see what's right in front of us. And Tom is very good at guiding us to that direction, not shoving us or pushing us there, but kind of guiding us in a healthy way to help us see that maybe we're in our own way sometimes. A great teacher to help self-identify when we're not with him. His care, for one, I mean, he's always cared. He's helped me that I've been in tough situations. His knowledge continues to push the boundaries of what normal society thinks of what a therapist should be. I mean, there's not many people, not many therapists from my knowledge, that even really push the metaphysical on like normal people, like day-to-day living people that kind of will brush it off. So he pushes the boundaries. He does what it takes. He's willing to stay an extra 5 minutes, 10 minutes after the session's up to make sure that you are able to get back into the real world. He is there for you. I mean, he answers your text pretty damn fast. I mean, as a person with ADHD and I have trouble regulating my emotions also, I would say that is mostly changed. I have been able to regulate my emotions. I've been able to take a step back when in times I would usually act off anger or act off some other emotion. And working with him, he's allowed me to kind of identify when I'm about to blow out of proportion and kind of get my thoughts together, take a breath, take a second, and just go about your life. Make a decision that's not based on emotion that you really don't want to make a decision. Right. Listening with intent, you know? He doesn't just listen and then write it down. He listens and then gives you his feedback with his knowledge that he has. I mean, he doesn't just sit there and write down things that he's going to study later. I mean, he's there now to help benefit you. So listening with intent. And we'd be talking and he would have a thought. I mean, he would just have a quick thought, a thought that he was not thinking of. And he would have me get out of my seat and have me try exercises just to see if I can change something about my energy and if I had an energy blockage. And he literally brought me in the other room and did energy medicine on me. And no other therapist would do that. And that shows his care. I mean, it shows what he truly wants is not your money. He wants you to have benefits and you to thrive. His ability to be actionable in the moment and not 2 weeks later or 3 weeks later. Come across in my life so far would definitely be my soccer career coming to a halt because of my knee. Something I couldn't control, something that I tried so damn hard to control, but sometimes injuries kind of have a way of themselves. And when I started coming to Tom, I had mental space. I would say I hit rock bottom, but he kind of took it one session at a time. He didn't ask too much of me, but he was very patient with me. I wasn't like the best client to have right off the bat. I wasn't really saying much. I was reluctant to how my life was turning out. I was not really happy with how my life was at the moment. But he kind of helped me see that how young I am, the potential that I have. And he helped me kind of wake up and come out of that funk and out of rock bottom and help me rise to somebody who has knowledge of the metaphysical and knows how to regulate their emotions and can tell others, spread the word about the metaphysical to others. He's been kind enough to teach me how to be able to teach someone else the facts and what you need to know. I mean, he is huge on the Carlos Castaneda book series, and I just read the 3rd book, and I mean, it's the 3rd book. There's like 8 of them, and and it's changing my life already, and I'm on number 3. So he's truly helped me come out of that rock bottom by being a therapist, being a mentor, a teacher. Working in a kitchen is fun, but it gets hectic. It's kind of like the soccer field. You kind of you get into the flow state of mind. When you get out of the flow state of mind and you're kind of thinking about the future, your anxiety starts to set in. That's when those practices hit. And that's when I go to the walk-in or I go to the restroom and I take a second to recoup and kind of do my thing. Yeah. Practices give me a major boost of energy. I mean, it's like drinking a shot of espresso. Like it gets you some nice energy. We should have been taught, and it gives you energy that you didn't even think you had. Your body and mind are way capable of doing things that we don't think they are. Tom has helped me be more emotionally mature, and he's helped me act in a way that I never thought I'd be able to. He's definitely helped me deal with family drama, social drama, all in different ways too. I mean, a specific example. I came fresh off a relationship. I mean, I saw my ex out at like a festival, and everybody else would be like, dang man, that sucks. But he saw the positive in it. He said, the reason why you saw her is because you were thinking about her. And if you're thinking about her, that shows you that the metaphysical is real. It shows you. It's a perfect example. And when I thought about that, it really started to be like, okay, well, if I think about this, then this comes to me. And emotions also. If you think about calm, if you think about peace, if you think about serenity, if you think about all these different emotions and states of mind, you can become that. And he's helped me realize that also. 1,000%, 1,000,000%. I would, it changed my life, for one. I have taught everything that Tom has taught me to my mom, and she is in love with the metaphysical world now because I've shared my experiences from Tom with her. So even secondhand, people feel the benefits from Tom. So I would definitely recommend Tom for his listening with intent, listening with care, his ability to act in the now and not wait weeks down the line when the person is in need of the help now. And that's what we're all looking for, is help now, honestly. So to end, yes, I would definitely recommend Tom.